What's up, guys? Welcome back to Miami Dolphins Syndicate. It is Wednesday. So for your Wednesday updates, I'm going to give you kind of our injury rundown and what's going on. So first things first, quarterbacks. Tua is still in the early stages of concussion protocol, so he's not looking good for this weekend. However, if you guys think back to the Vikings game, he was cleared right before, almost had like a same situation. He missed 1 week. Then he got cleared right before the Vikings game. Didn't play the Vikings game because Mike McDaniel likes your quarterback to participate the entire week. So with that being said, quarterback number 2, Teddy Bridgewater, dislocated his pinky on Sunday in that interception that he threw, the pick 6, that pretty much turned the tide of the game. So he's been barely able to throw the ball, according to reporters that have been at practice for the open portion. He was throwing to Dolphins trainers about a few yards away, 5 yards, I think, max. So not sure if he's going to be able to go either. So with that, the Dolphins signed Mike Glennon to the practice squad to possibly be brought up for this Sunday's game. Barring if Teddy and Tua cannot go. So it looks like Skylar is going to be the starter. Now, mind you guys, he hasn't had the best, games. So the Jets game, he came in after pretty much what was the Dolphins' first drive because of the concussion that Teddy Bridgewater had on his intentional grounding. But yeah, so he didn't play real well that game. He was kind of thrust into that role. But in that week in preparation, he didn't have any of the starting reps because Teddy took all of them because he was the anticipated starter. So his timing wasn't right. Now, in the Minnesota game, everybody was impressed. Like, we were like, dang, we have a shot to win this game. I believe we were either up or within 3 points when Skylar went down in the second quarter of that game. And then Teddy came in, and once again, he was in concussion protocol that entire week and didn't practice. However, that means he didn't get any of the reps either. So his timing, once again, was not on pace with any of, the receivers that we had. But Skylar, once he got going at the end of that Jets game, at the end of the Patriots game this past week, he got a little spark going. We saw in the second to last drive that we ended up punting on. The second to last drive he threw the interception. The drive before that, he had scrambled for a first down inside the 25, but after Tyreek Hill's penalty of the illegal shift, it got backed up and then out of field goal range. So that turned from, being a potentially, 3 to 7 point drive into nothing. So going into this game, I actually feel kind of confident in Skylar Thompson. However, our luck, no quarterback besides Tua has been able to finish a game. And Tua has now missed this. He missed most of the Bengals game. He's missed 2 games after that. This is going to be his fourth game officially missed, and he's missed more than half of a different game. So 4.5 games now, and you haven't had a quarterback play 4 straight quarters in any of those 4.5 games. Kind of, so that they wanted a veteran to come in. They didn't want to, trust another undrafted rookie to come in, try to learn the playbook. They wanted a veteran. Mike Glennon, meanwhile, probably wasn't even the best option available. A lot of the decent quarterbacks, like everybody's kind of wondering where Reed Sinnett is. Reed Sinnett, he has an XFL contract, and with his XFL contract, he can only be signed to the active roster of an NFL team. He cannot be signed to the practice squad. So that is the reason that he is not signed to the practice squad to be brought up for this week's game because, we have no room on the 53 right now for him. Otherwise, I don't doubt that we would have brought Reed Sinnett in. Um, Going down the list, Alec Ingold was limited. We saw him play with a club on his hand, so I'm pretty sure he's going to play. Waddle injured his shoulder this past week. He's was limited. He's probably going to play. However, Cedric Wilson injured his hip. Not sure when he injured his hip. I'm not sure if it was during practice, getting out of bed, or this past week at the Patriots game. But he injured his hip and did not participate today. And I'm not exactly sure what that means going forward, but we have seen the Dolphins' reluctance to trust, Eric Ezukama into actually starting. They've been bringing up practice squad players. Braylon Sanders is out of elevations, so we could be seeing more of Swain, who was brought up, I believe, twice now. So this could be his third brought up, whatever you guys want to say. So that's a potential thing that we could see. We also signed a different receiver to the practice squad that could potentially be brought up as well. And Raheem Mostert, he had vet rest today. Terron Armstead dealing with toe, pec, hip, something else, finger, I think it is, injuries. I think they wanted to give him a rest last week. I think similar with Xavier Howard. I think they both probably could have pushed through their injuries and played. But at that point, it was kind of just like, well, we don't have Tua, and what's the point, kind of thing, of going ahead and playing all your star players in a game that you don't. That just shows me how little faith that they had in Teddy against the Patriots. That's what it showed to me. It showed to me that they didn't think that they could go in and win this game with a backup quarterback, which obviously they didn't, but maybe the starters would have helped. Bradley Chubb, supposedly he was close to playing this past weekend. He was held out of practice again today. Xavier Howard, I didn't mention, he did not practice today. And it's really up in the air right now, according to Mike McDaniel. Byron Jones, haven't gotten an update on him. He wasn't able, obviously, to go last week, but no reporters have asked about him this week. But he has not been activated as of yet to practice. So looks like he's not going to be activated again this week. Who knows if we see him at all. I know some of you guys are going back and clicking on my Byron Jones video a few weeks back. Obviously, I think he had another setback. That's just my thought process, because it went from optimism in the tone of Mike McDaniel to it'd be a bonus to get him back, which at this point, it would really be a bonus. And for the love of God, Keon Crossan, I love you as a human being. I love you as a special teamer. I don't want to see you play over Igbo. One of these weeks, I'm going to find the time, and I'm going to put together a tape of what Igbo has done this season. Now, everybody can, he's not playing up to his first round draft pick. That's fine. That's fine. Eventually, you have to let go of where their draft value was. Is he playing better than Kader Kohu? No. Is he playing better than Keon Crossan? Absolutely. He's playing like a competent number 2 corner, number 3 corner in this league. I would compare him to DJ Reed. I mean, DJ Reed, by the way, is playing outstanding, but I would compare him almost to that. Now, Jets fans don't hang me here, but he is playing at a competent number 3 corner level. Actually, DJ Reed, mate. Wrong person. He's number 2. They're number 3. Whoever the Jets number 3 is, I just talked to a Jets fan about this the other day too. And Igbo is playing like that, and so Keon Crossan is not. Every time I see Keon Crossan in man-to-man, he's either pass interfering or giving up a big play. And yeah, he's gotten away with a few pass interferences. Yes, guys, we've been getting calls lately. Surprising, I know. It happens. even Cater got away with a few pass interferences. Anyways, back to my point. Igbo can be starting on this team if Xavier Howard is out. He has shown that. I don't know why his snap count was 30 to Cater's 59. Should be the other way around if you ask me. More injuries. We already know we're down. Javon Holland's been getting banged up every now and again. I thought he actually had a broken arm at one point in this past game. The way his arm was landed on, it looked like it almost flexed in this area to me. He has been a full participant, so he's going to be good to go for this week, barring any setbacks. By the way, guys, it does look like we are going to be playing this coming Sunday. It doesn't look like they're going to schedule the Bills-Bengals game for this weekend like I had hoped, to give us that extra bye week to get Tua back. It looks like what they are going to do is going to be one of two things. It's going to be that they play all the games this weekend, and if the Bills still have a shot at the number 1 seed, I believe that they end up playing that game, but they push the playoffs back a week. So instead of them playing this weekend and then playing week 18 in, say, a week 19 scenario and giving everybody else a bye week this week, I think they would give all the playoff teams a bye week and then the number 1 seeds an additional bye week. You know what I mean? So whoever their NFC number 1 seed is, they would get 2 bye weeks, and then if the Bills win in Cincinnati, get the number 1 seed, then they would have a bye week. And if they lose, then the Chiefs get the number 1 seed, and so on and so forth. And then Chiefs had two bye weeks. What that would do essentially is cancel the Pro Bowl weekend. So, it can still very well be canceled. And it might be. They were saying that another scenario that, and we're going to get updates in the coming days, another scenario is that could just be a coin flip scenario as to the seeding purposes for that game, which I don't think is fair. I think they should be playing it out, because who watches the Pro Bowl anyway? But I was actually interested in the Pro Bowl this year, but besides the point. Anyways, guys, that was pretty much your whole injury rundown. If you have any questions about other injuries, drop in the comments below. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Like I said, comment whatever your concerns are, what injuries I may have missed that you want to know about. Maybe I can help you out in the comments. Once again, don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, ring the bell so you can get our notifications for when we go live, when we post videos, etc. We should be going, either me or Jacob should be going live after the Jets game this weekend. Not sure if we'll do maybe a pregame thing on Saturday or not. I'm not 100% sure. Normally we go live like twice a week, but I'm not doing any film review this week. Mostly due to time crunch, also due to kind of the circumstances. I can't really go into football detail properly right now. But you know what? Thank you guys. Have a blessed day. Tell your family you love them. Prayers up to DeMar Hamlin.